Hey everyone, happy Monday. This is Chelsea with KWRI Marketing. Today is our command overview class. So you should see my command screen right here. We are going to do a brief overview of the command system so that you know where everything is, where to access, and really the basics of it. If there is anything that you are looking to get more detailed information on, make sure to go to our YouTube page, KWRI Marketing, where you can search for specific topics and get more detailed videos and tips on those particular topics. We do have a chat box as well, so feel free to put in your questions in the chat box, and I will circle back to them at the end of class to get those answered for you. And then, as always, you can email us at support@KWRImarketing.com, and I did put that in the chat for you as well. All right, so let's get started with today's class. So as you can see, this is our command login screen. You can get here by going to agent.kw.com. Then you are going to have two boxes here. The first one is going to be where you will put your username. This is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So in this second box here, you want to make sure that if you have any capital letters or any spaces, that those are included in your password. Otherwise, you might have some issues signing in. If you want to see what the characters are for your password, you can go ahead and click on this eyeball button right here. That is going to show you what the characters are, so you can make any adjustments, make sure that it is the correct password. So once you're all set there, you're going to go ahead and click sign in. And it's going to bring you to your command dashboard. So the first thing that we're going to do today is just review all of the widgets that are on our dashboard. So the first one is going to be our tasks. This is where you can find all of your tasks. At the bottom, you can see that you also have the ability to create a task right from your homepage. Next, we have our events and our preferred partners. So this is going to tell you the events that are happening in your specific market center. Below that, you can also explore the preferred partners of your market center as well. And then if you do go up towards the top, you're going to notice that we do have a drop down here. So if this is available to you, and if you are part of multiple market centers, you will have the ability to choose which market center you'd like to see the information on. Scrolling down, we have our goal setting. So once you do set up your goals, you are going to see that information displayed here. Next, we have recent leads. So this is going to show you a list of all the leads that are coming in. So you can have your lead name followed by the source of where it is coming in from. And then it will also tell you the time of when that lead came in. Next, we have our database health. So here you are able to see how your database is doing, and it is also going to provide a comparison for other agents in your market center. Next, we have our notepad. So if you want to write down any notes, you can do so here. Then we have some profit share information, so you can check that out there. And lastly, we have our product updates. So if you want to know anything that is new or coming up with KWRI, you can check out all of the product updates here. So we're going to scroll back up to the top. And you do have the ability to customize this. So you can do that by going to the top right corner. You're going to see this customize button. And when you click on that, it's going to provide this pop-up. On the left-hand side, you have the ability to select which widgets you would like to show on your dashboard. If there's anything that you would like to not be shown, you can just click on the checkbox, and you'll see that it will then remove it from your view. And you can just click on that box again. So if there's a check mark, that means that it is currently in view on your dashboard. Then on the right-hand side, you have the ability to rearrange your widgets. So you can do that by just clicking on the box, and you're going to drag and drop until you get the box to where you would like it to be. From there, you're going to click Apply, and then you'll see that these widgets will automatically update. So now we're going to go to the top left corner. You're going to see that you have a few tabs up at the top here. The first one is Command. So this is what will bring you back into your Command profile. Connect is what's going to bring you to your Connect profile, or kw.com, or I'm sorry, kwconnect.com. And then the third tab is Command MC. So this is only going to be available for leadership and market center staff. So if you do not have this and you are not on staff, then that is normal. So Command MC is basically a way for staff to be able to see the back end of Command. They're going to be able to see the recruits, the associates, different opportunities, etc., to be able to navigate the back end of the platform. Moving over to the right-hand side, we have a few icons here. The first one is going to be our marketplace icon. So this is where you can go in and find all third-party integration apps that connect to the Command profile. So for instance, Twilio, if you are familiar with that, you could go into the marketplace and set up your subscription to Twilio so that you're able to text people via Command. Next, we have our notifications bell. So this is going to tell you if you have any notifications. You can tell that by the red dot that you see here, followed by the number indicating how many notifications you currently have that are unread. So if you go ahead and click on the notifications icon, it's going to pop up all of your unread and your read notifications. And then if you look at where it says all notifications right here, you can click on that drop down and you can further edit or further look at your notifications based off of any of these topics that you see here. Next, you're going to see your headshot with your name. So I'm going to come back to this in just a second. Our last icon that we have is the question mark icon, and that's our help and information. So when you click on this, you have access to guided tours, Keller Williams University, you can chat with support, and you can post an idea. So we're going to go back to our name. And when we click on our name, you're going to see that a drop-down occurs. The first thing I want to point out is if you are part of a team, you are going to have two separate profiles within your one Command account. So you're going to have your personal and your team account. How you can tell which one is which is your personal account will have your name followed by personal under it, whereas team will be the team name followed by your role on the team. In order to tell which one you're currently in is going to be whichever one is at the top here. So right now we are in our personal account because it is at the top of this list. And then if you did want to go into your team account, you just go ahead and click on the name, and then it would bring you into your team profile. So below that, we have our referrals profile. We have my profile, settings, command training, and our logout button. We're going to come back up to my profile. And when we click on this, it's going to bring us into the public-facing information about you. The first thing I want you to notice is on the right-hand side, you have display my profile on kw.com, and you have an option here of picking yes or no. So what this is you have the ability to either hide this information or display it. So you can choose whatever you want here. Below that, you're going to find your About Me information. You do have the ability to edit this information as well if you click on the edit button, and then you can edit that information. You're going to see real estate license down here. Keep in mind that this is not able to be edited by you. This will have to be edited on the back end by your market center staff. So if you do see any discrepancies with your real estate license, make sure to reach out to your staff to be able to make that update. And lastly, we have some contact information. So this is going to be the phone number that is publicly displayed so that clients and contacts are able to reach you. And if you need to edit that number, you can click on the edit button in the top right corner. So just keep in mind again that all of this information is going to be public. Next, if we move to the left-hand side, you're going to see it says My KW. We're going to click on that, and this is going to bring us to the internal information about you. So all of this information is what you set up your KW profile with when you were creating your profile. So this is all internal information. This is not public, but it's just the back end of your profile. So on here, you're going to find your KWUID, your email, and your login credentials that you're able to manage, followed by personal information, beneficiary, profit share, and sponsor information. Moving down on the left-hand side, we have My Affiliations. This is going to show you all of the market centers that you are connected to in your command profile. So you can click on your market center, and then it's going to tell you your role and your start date at that particular market center. All right, so we are back to our homepage right now. We're going to go back up to our name, click on the drop down, and this time we're going to go to Settings. All right, so once we are in this page, this is our integrations page. This is going to tell you all of the applications that you're able to connect through command. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the names of the applications. In the middle column, you're going to see the status of whether they're connected or not. And then on the right-hand side, you have the ability to manage the connection. So as we scroll down, you'll see some social media, Gmail. Scrolling down, you're going to see under email services, we have command email. So let's go over to the right-hand side. We're going to click on Manage. And once we get into this, the reason I bring this up is when you go to send out an email campaign, the email that is on file is a standard agent with a bunch of numbers at kw.com because it is going through command email. So when you click on Manage, this is allowing you to update the sender name and the reply to email that the contact is going to see when that email goes out. So here you're able to update your name, and then you can also choose between the different reply to emails that are on file. It's also going to keep track of your monthly account usage. So you have 5,000 available emails per month. Once you hit that amount, you are able to, or rather, it's going to bring you to the marketplace to manage your subscription. So moving to the left-hand side, we are going to, well, actually before that, you are going to see quite a few different settings here. A lot of them go a little more in-depth and are a little more advanced, so I'm not going to go over those in today's class. However, we are going to click on Connect Settings, and then we're going to click on Marketing Profile. So once we are in our marketing profile, this is all of the information that is going to be displayed on your personal KW website. So moving to the right-hand side, you're going to see Use My Information to brand my agent site. And you're going to have a toggle button here. So if this is green, that means that it is publicly displaying. If it is gray, it is not. As we scroll down, you'll see that there's a spot for your headshot and your team logo. We do recommend putting in a logo in here, even if you're not part of a team. The reason being is when you go to send out marketing communications, there's automatically going to be 2 spaces for logos. So if you don't have anything in the team logo portion, it will show up as a broken image. So things that you can put in here are the KW logo like you see here, a market center logo, or a personal logo, anything like that. Then we have some My Details where you will put in your detail information. Anything that has this red star next to it means that it is required in order to save the profile. There is a spot for military affiliation as well. So if you click on the drop down, you'll see all of the options and you can select whatever applies for you. Next, we have biography. And you'll see that this is required in order to save your profile. So if you do not have a biography starting out, you are able to bypass this by putting in like TBD or a few periods or anything like that if you do not have a biography on hand right away. Then you have some contact information, brokerage information, compliance, any legal footers that are required for compliance. And the best way to go about this is to reach out to your market center staff just to make sure that you have everything correct in this section. Social media, where you can put your handles, followed by your Google Analytics tracking ID if you have set that up. All right, so now we are going to go back and click on our home button, and we can do that by just clicking on the home icon in the top left. So now what we're going to do is go through all of our icons that are on the left-hand side. So before we do that, because I know we've had a few people that have joined us since the beginning, so I just want to provide a brief overview that this is our command overview class today. So I am briefly reviewing the icons that are on the left-hand side here. If you would like more detailed information about any of these topics, I do recommend going to our YouTube page, Scott Leroy Marketing, and you can search for a specific topic, and then you will be able to find detailed classes specific to that topic. All right, so one thing I want to show you before we get into this is this red KW square in the top left corner. If you go ahead and click on that, you're going to see that the icons expand so that you can actually see what they are. So that's just a little trick for you if you do not have these memorized, like many people don't, because there's a lot of them. All right, so what we're going to be going over today is we already went over the home button. We have our contacts. This is where all of your contacts are going to live. Your task, which are your follow-up or reminders. Smart plans is all of your drip campaigns and your communication plans. Your referrals platform. Opportunities is where your transactions live. Campaigns are for social media advertising, direct mailers, email campaigns, and paid ads. Reports is where you can find all of your reports and your goal setting. Your designs are where you can create or find pre-made graphics for your marketing. Listings are where KWLS is pulling from your MLS. And lastly, consumer are the settings for your consumer app and your website. So let's go back up to contacts and we will begin here. So this is our contact database. So if you have not added any contacts into your database yet, you have 2 ways of doing this. So if we move over to the right-hand side, you're going to see an import button. If you click on that, it's going to allow you to upload a file from your computer, like a spreadsheet that has multiple contacts on it, so you can bulk add contacts at one time. There is a template to download to then put your contact information in. It is a little finicky, so I would suggest sending us your spreadsheet, and then we can get that in there for you. It's just a lot easier because it is, like I said, it's a little bit finicky and it's just going to save you time. So that's my recommendation there. All right. And then if you need to manually add a contact, you have that option as well. And you can do that by clicking on the Add Contact button. When you do that, you can manually add contacts. So you'll put all of their information in here. You can add a lead source. You can add a tag. And if you're not familiar with what a tag is, it is a way that you can group specific contacts together based off of a specific commonality that they share. So if they are all part of, let's say they're all part of school, you can click that school tag, and then anytime you search for that tag, this tag will bring up all of the people that are related to school. So that's just an example of what a tag is. You can click on Add More Information. You can see that there's a ton of information that you can put in about contacts. So whatever information you have can go in here. You'll go ahead and click Create when you are all done with that, and then it will add the contact to your database. Our next button is our Other button, as I like to call it. So when you click on that, you have all of your exporting options. So you can either export all of your contacts or you can export in various mailing labels. Moving back over to the left-hand side, we have our search bar here. When you click on the search bar, you're going to see that you have a few different ways of being able to search. And then as you start to type in, you'll see that the dashboard will update. You have your filter option as well. So this is how you're able to search by specific filters. A smart view is basically it's just a way to save a filter. And then in looking at our dashboard, you're going to see that we have this dark header here. All of the information in the header is what the information is that follows in the dashboard. If there's something that is missing that you would like to be displayed, you do have the option to customize your columns. So you can do that by clicking on the Customize Column button. On the left-hand side, you can see all of the available columns that you are able to add. So let's say we wanted to add primary address. And then on the right-hand side, you are able to rearrange the order. And again, you can do that by just clicking on the box, and then you will drag and drop it into whatever location you want. Go ahead and click Apply. And then you'll see that it automatically made that update for you. You can also change the view of your dashboard. So right now we are in a list view, which is this icon right here. You can also make it more of an icon view. So if we click on that, you're going to see that there's no longer a header and the view just looks a little bit different. So that's totally based off of your preference. Next, we have a hyperlink here. So if you click on that, it's going to allow you to update the amount of contacts that you can view at one time in your database. So if you have a larger database, you may want to have 500 contacts showing at a time. And then the arrows are the ways to move between the pages if you have multiple pages. So in looking at our actual contacts, to find the contact profile, you'll just go ahead and click on the contact name. This is going to bring you into the contact card. So on the left-hand side, you're able to see all of the information about the contact. And then on the right-hand side, you're able to see all of the activity for that contact. All right, next we're going to go to our tasks. So this is our task list. So you're going to see that we have 3 different tabs at the top. We have our to-do list. That's where all of our current or past due tasks are found. we have our completed list. This is where all of our completed tasks are. And then we have our archived list, which is where our archived tasks are. If we want to create a new task, we can do so by clicking on the Create New Task button. From there, we're able to enter the task name. We can link it to a contact or an opportunity, and then you'll just put in the task information. You'll go ahead and click Create, and then it will add it to your to-do list. If you wanted to see information about a task, you can click on that particular task, and then it will tell you all of the details. From there, you can then either edit or you can complete the task, which would then put it into your completed list that is up at the top here. So if we click on completed, this is just going to provide a list of all of your completed tasks. And again, you're able to see all of the details when you click on the card. And then lastly, we have our archived list, which is just showing you all of the archived tasks. Next, we're going to go to our smart plans. So a smart plan is a communication plan that you are able to send out to clients or to contacts to be able to communicate and send them information. So the first thing I'm going to show you is we are actually going to move to our second tab, the library. So if you click on this, this is going to bring you to the public KW Smart Plan library. And what this is it is public smart plans that are already made from either other agents or from KWRI that you are able to add to your smart plan library and put your contacts on. So it's way easier to start off this way. So once you are in your library, you're going to see your featured smart plans. These are really more the common ones that are a good way to get started. It's going to tell you the name, a brief description, how many downloads, it has a rating, and then it will tell you the steps, the duration, and the total touches. From here, you can click on View Steps, and then it's going to tell you exactly what is in that smart plan. From there, you can add a smart plan, add the smart plan to your library, or you can just add it. If you know that you want to add this to your smart plan library, you can just click the button right from here. So one other thing I do want to bring up is the search bar in the top left corner. You can search for whatever topic you're looking for, and then you'll see that it will compile all of the results for you to then be able to pick whichever one you would like to add to your smart plan library. So now we're going to backtrack a bit. Let's go to our first tab, My Smart Plans. So as you can see here, we have smart plans that are under our header. So these are all smart plans that we have added from the library. So you do have to add the smart plan to your smart plan list here in order to add contacts to it. So the way you can tell that a contact is added to a smart plan is under contacts. You can see this eyeball with a number next to it. This is indicating how many contacts are actively on this smart plan. From here, you can click the drop down and again, see the steps that are in the smart plan. And then if we move over to the right-hand side under our action column, you have the ability to add contacts by clicking on this icon. The pencil icon is the editor, so that will allow you to edit the smart plan. And our other button will allow you to copy, publish to library, or delete the smart plan. And just keep in mind that if you have an active smart plan, meaning there are contacts actively on it, you cannot delete it. All right, so the last thing I like to bring up here is our Create button in the top right corner. So when we click on that, this is going to allow you to create a new smart plan. So you will name the smart plan, And then once you hit apply, it's going to bring you into the Smart Plan editor where you would start creating your own Smart Plan. So that is an option. However, I do like to show that last because I like to show you the easier way first to save you a lot of time. All right, let's move to our referrals platform. So the referrals platform is exactly that. It's where you're able to send and receive referrals from KW agents. So just keep in mind that this is only for Keller Williams agents. At the top of our dashboard, we have our overview. So you're able to see all of the referral information and metrics that you have going on. Below that, we have My Referral Network. So this is a list of all of the agents that have been added to your referral network where you're able to see their information and their stats, and you can easily send them referrals on the right-hand side. If you wanted to send a new referral, you can click the New Referral button in the top right corner. From there, you have two options. You can either find an agent if you're looking for a new agent that you have not connected with yet, or you can select an agent that is already in your referral network. And then you'll just go ahead and put all of the information in for the referral and then click send. So up at the top, let's move to our next tab, My Referrals. When we click on this, it is going to show you your referral business. So all of the referrals that have been sent and received. So you can just keep track of your referral business here. Our next tab over is the map. So this is the important one of this section. So our referral map is how you are able to find all new agents that you haven't connected with yet. So you're going to see your search bar up at the top. And the second box in is how you are searching by. So you do have a few different options of how you are able to search the map. We're just going to stay in production. And then we're going to type in the area that we are looking for an agent in. You're going to notice that there's numbers that are being populated. And as I zoom in, the results on the right-hand side are updating. And it's showing you the agents that are in the particular area that you are currently looking at. So once you see your results on the right-hand side, you do have the option to filter them. So if you click on the filter button, you can then choose different specializations, languages spoken, or different business metrics that you want this agent to have. You can apply the filter and then you'll see that it will automatically update the agents. From there, if you click on an agent, you're able to see their information and their stats. And then from there, the icons on the right-hand side, you can add the agent to your referral network by clicking on the add button here, or you can send them a referral. All right, let's go to our opportunities. So this is our opportunities pipeline. And the first thing that I want to point out here is if you are part of a team, keep in mind that your team pipeline is going to default before your personal one. So if you do opportunities in both accounts, just make sure that you are in the correct account when you are setting up and creating the opportunities. So like I said, we are in the team one right now that does auto default. So in looking at our pipeline, we have two ways that we can import or that we can add opportunities to our pipeline. So in moving over to the right-hand side, we have our import button. If we click on that, it's going to allow you to import loops from .loop. There we go. Our next button is going to be create opportunity. So if we click on this, it's going to allow you to add all of the information that you have about an opportunity. You'll go ahead and click create, and then it's going to add it to your pipeline. So we have 3 pipelines below. The first one is listings, then we have buyers, then we have leases, and then below that we have some metrics. So you can see ratios, you can see your activity, and you can see your closings for the month. So going back up to, we'll just stay with listings for our example. So you can see that the pipelines are separated in different stages. Under the name, we have an icon and we have a number. The number indicates how many opportunities are within each stage. Below that, you have volume and you have the average time that an opportunity is within this particular stage. And then if we move over to the right-hand side, you're going to see the GCI column. So this is going to show your potential and your probable income. And keep in mind that the numbers are going to adjust based off of you moving opportunities through the pipeline. So if we wanted to actually see our opportunities, we can go ahead and click on an icon. From there, it's going to open up our board view, and we can see all of our opportunities. So we'll go ahead and click on the opportunity, and from there, you're going to be brought into the opportunity card where you can see all of the details, upload your documents, your offer and commissions tab, any notes, and the overall timeline of the opportunity. Next, we're going to go to campaigns. So in campaigns, we have a few different sections here. This is how we are going to do our marketing to our contacts. So before we get to our tabs, I'm going to run down our dashboard. So the first thing, a great place to get started is the Get Started links that are on the right-hand side. So here you're able to manage your social posts and email channels and your paid ad channels. So what this means is it's going to bring you into that integrations tab to make sure that your social media and your different channels are set up and connected. So when you go to run these campaigns, they're actually able to be sent out. And then you also have your paid ad quick start. You can click on this and it will bring you into the paid ad section to show you how to send out paid ads. Below that, we have quick posts and we have tips and training. And then up in the top right corner, you have a create campaign button. So if you click on that, you have 4 options. You can create a direct mail campaign, an email campaign, a social post, which is a free post that you are putting out onto your business social media, or a paid ad, which is an ad that you are paying for that is targeted to a specific demographic of people that you do not necessarily follow or have any connection with yet. So you will just choose whichever one you are looking to create. It will open up the campaign editor for you to start creating that campaign. So in looking at our tabs up at the top, the first tab, or second tab rather, is our paid ads. So when we click on that, it's going to bring us into the paid ads section. You have your quick start button. On the right-hand side, you have helpful links where you can check out your account settings, your paid ad channels, and you can get more information about how paid ads work. Below that, you are able to manage your paid ad campaigns. So this is where you can click on whatever the goal is of the campaign that you are looking to create, and then you can start creating it based off of that goal. You have more information. And then at the bottom, it will give you an overview of all of the paid ad campaigns that you have currently either sent out or are in draft status. Our next tab is emails. So at the top, it's going to provide the metrics of your email campaigns. And then below that, it's going to provide an overview of all of the email campaigns that you have sent out. Next, we have direct mail. So again, it's going to show us our metrics followed by an overview of our direct mail campaigns. And lastly, we have social posts. This is where you are able to see your live and scheduled posts. And what you can do is click on a day that you are looking to create a post. From there, it will bring you into the social media editor for you to start creating and to schedule that post out. Next, we're going to look at our payments tab, which is towards the right-hand side. So when we click on that, this is going to give you an idea of your marketing spending. So you can just get an idea of how much you have spent on each platform. Next, we are going to go to our reports. So this is the reports section. On our dashboard, it's going to give you an overview of your database health. So this is going to show you your percentages based off of the information that you have in your database. Next, we have sources. So this area is going to show you where your leads are coming from. And at the bottom, you have your database activity score. So this is going to show you how you are doing in terms of outreach to your contacts. Next, we have our reports. So when we click on this, you're going to see this hyperlink right here. If you click on the dropdown, you have three options. You have either a database report, a goals report, or an opportunities report that you can see information for below. Keep in mind that the more information that you put into command, the more information you are going to get out of these reports. You do also have an exporting option as well in the top right corner. Our next tab is our goals. So when we click on that, this is where you are able to set up your goal setting. And you can do that by clicking on the button in the top right corner, goal setting. Once you have set up those goals, it is going to keep track of your goals versus the actual information in your account listed below, and you can check out all of the different metrics that it pulls for you. Next, we have lead routing. So this tab is actually only going to apply to rainmakers of a team. So if that does not apply to you, you should not have that tab. That's normal. So in the lead routing tab, I'm actually not going to click on it since it doesn't apply to a majority of agents. However, if this does apply to you, in this section, you are able to set up specific routes so that when leads come into your command, it will follow a specific route to go out to your team members. Next, we have emails. So this is where you're able to see all of your email metrics. And lastly, we have texts and calls. And this is going to be based off of your Twilio subscription. So if you do not have one, you're not going to get any information here. However, if you do have a Twilio account, you will start to see some information populate based off of your account. Next, let's check out our designs. So this is our design center. On the first page, it's just going to show you all of the designs that you are currently working with or have created in the past. You have two ways of working with designs. The import design button in the top right corner, this will allow you to import a design that you have created outside of command. Or you can click the create design button. This is going to bring you into the design center where you can find pre-made templates and graphics that are ready for you to plug and play your information in. All right, next let's go to listings. So this is where you are able to connect your MLS with your command profile. In order to do that, we're going to click on Sync My MLS. When we do that, you can search by either listing address or by MLS number of one of your listings. So let's put in our listing address. We're going to click on Next. You're going to find the listing and you'll click Select in the top right corner. You'll go ahead and click Next. Let's see. Sometimes I get lucky with this part and it just works the first time. There we go. Okay, so once that allows you to go through, it's going to populate this that is going to have you confirm whether you are the primary or the co-listing agent. Once you do that and you click Next, it's going to send a verification email to the email that's on file with that listing in the MLS. Once you verify that through your email, it will connect your listings and your MLS with command. So what that means is your listings are now going to automatically populate into this section. And from there, the information will you'll be able to use that information into your email campaigns, your designs, your smart plans, etc. So it makes the whole system very integrative so that you're not manually putting this information in. Next, we are going to click on Consumer. So again, this is the settings for our consumer app and our website. So if you have not yet upgraded to the new website and your page right now is looking a little different, we do have prior command overview classes that where I do go over the old website. However, we did upgrade to the new website, so this is what I'm going to be discussing today. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but your screen looks the same, then we're good to go. All right, so we are in my website. And before I even get too much into this, I'm actually just going to move to the next tabs because there's less for me to talk about there. So on our second tab, testimonials, this is going to provide a list of all of the testimonials that have been pulled in. So you can see all of those here. Next, we have our collections. So this is where you are able to set up and create collections for your contacts. And you can do that by clicking on the Create a Collection button in the top right corner. When you do that, it's allowing you to basically send out listings that fit your contacts criteria. So let's move back over to my website. From here, if we scroll down, you're going to see my website settings. This is going to confirm your website URL right here. Below that, it's going to confirm your app URL. So one big thing that I want to point out here is this is the app URL that you want to be marketing and you want your contacts to register under. So you want them to register under your unique app URL. The reason being is that way it's going to be branded to you, and you are also going to have that big brother access of being able to see what they are doing within the app. So it's super important to copy this URL that is in your profile and make sure that people are registering under that. Next, we have preferences. So you can decide if you want anything to be enabled or disabled here. And then forced registration. So this means if someone visits your website, how many properties would you like them to be able to view before they need to register or sign in? All right. Now we have our Edit My Website button in the top or at the top. So when you click on that, it's going to bring you into the back end of your website. So the first thing that it shows you is your hyperlinked URL. If you click on this, it is going to bring you to your KW website. Below that, you have some quick start items of things that you can click on and create. So blog post, image, testimonial, videos. Below that, we have the default pages for our website. So this is going to tell you what the pages are on your website, and you can also create custom forms as well. In order to see what is on these pages, you'll have to click on the link. So we're going to click on homepage. And I'm not going to get too much into this. However, I just want to show you a layout of what it looks like. So essentially, when you are looking at your pages, on the left-hand side, it's going to show you the different sections of the page. In the middle, it's going to show you what it actually looks like in real time. And then on the right, it's just giving you like your revisions and kind of telling you your the updates of what's going on your website. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But anyway, the things that we would focus on are really these two columns right here. So you can see we have listing search module followed by featured properties, followed by testimonials, followed by a blog. And that's exactly what you see in the middle here. To then further make any changes, you can just click on one of the sections. You'll see it will provide a drop down where you can then update any of this information here. And then once you're done making those changes, you'll just go ahead and click on Save up at the top right corner. And it's going to save those website edits for you. All right, that is everything that we have today for our command overview. Thank you all so much for joining me today. As a reminder, this is recorded, will be up on YouTube. Feel free to reach out to us at support@scottlroymarketing.com with any questions that you have. And make sure to check out our YouTube page, Scott Leroy Marketing, for more detailed videos as well on everything that we have discussed today. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you next time.